Welcome to Chapter 10 of our Hardcore series. We're at over 1,500 days now, and our golems are just down there, still spreading the skulk. They never really stop. They're good workers. They're hard workers. Yeah, they are. With every episode, we have so much things to do and not enough time to do them. But we're going to try to get as much done as we can. So we do start this off just by just doing a few chores, because we have to, and I wanted to talk to you peoples anyways. Now, the footage is going to be a little different in this episode because I only have so many tools in my toolbox with some of the software being down that has not updated yet. But it is what it is, and I'll try to make it as awesome as I can for you peoples. But yeah, we need to build a city. We need to finish our zoo, and we got a whole lot of adventuring we want to do this chapter. I also built this little basalt farm here. I couldn't really show the footage because, well, it was really, really wonky the way I recorded it. But yeah, I'll show off where I put this in the steampunk city in a little bit. So we start off by making ourselves a new pew-pew because our starter bow is wore out and it's very, very under-geared. And we have a whole lot of things that we want to shoot right in the face. And probably almost die like 50 times too. But anyways, we start gathering up everything we need to make the absolute perfect bow. Some people don't like flame and punch on their bow. I do because, well, I don't want things getting close to me, and I use the flame to ignite TNT. Quite often, actually. We're not going to be doing that right now, but I wanted the perfect bow. So we had to give it an absolutely epic name, as we do with everything, and we get ready to go fight a whole lot of stuff. I need shulkers, I need wither roses, there's lots of things I need. So we're going to go and do a whole lot of fighting. The OG bow we've had since pretty much the beginning of the game, I think chapter 2 maybe, served us quite well. Or maybe we made this thing in chapter 3 before we fought the Ender Dragon. I don't really remember. It's been a lot of days playing this game, but it needed a place to just kind of hang its head and be framed forever. But we get ready to go into the inn to do some fighting. We need lots of shulker boxes. That's really all we want. We do not care about the inn loot. We are already in ultimate gear. But yeah, the boxes, maybe a couple extra elytras to put in the adventure box, just in case we get low while we're out adventuring. We don't have to waste time just killing mobs for no reason. But yep, so we head off and look for some cities. And, shulkers come very, very slow. So this is going to be a fight. Head into our first new city. We start a game of how many times will Hooligan almost die today? And, the answer is always almost a lot. Yeah, usually. But right here, we go straight up Matrix on all these little spitballs these guys are throwing at us. I don't know if they changed the hitbox on how you break them, but this seemed way easy. Either that or I'm not as bad as I thought I was at this game. But more than likely they changed the hitboxes, because I just don't ever remember being able to hit them that easy. But I'm not complaining, because they're really, really annoying. Now, these cities generally aren't that bad, if you don't, get too cocky. You keep eating your golden carrots, and you should be fine. Now, I often underestimate how many projectiles can be coming at me at once. And, well, they add up pretty quick. I actually just shot myself right there, because I'm super, super good at this game. And we get down to 3 hearts. That's our first close call, because I am not wearing my totem right now, because I want the extra looting for the shulker shells. And yeah, we actually get back down to 4 hearts before we, we heal back up and go back into the fight again. But yeah, I mean, it's worth the risk for the shells, I guess. If I didn't need the shells so much, I probably would be holding my totem, but I really need shells. Oh my gosh, this inventory sucks. I really wish they did an inventory update. I would pay money for it, legitly. I would pay for an update just for their expansion of the inventory. Absolutely. But we just keep heading on, and we're about to do a big montage of just murdering a lot of things. And, there's some close calls and some good fights, so I hope you enjoy. Alright, so that was annoying and fun at the same time, but we got some pretty good fights in, and we only got 60 shells. Now that only equals out to be about 30 boxes. I could use like 1,000 times more than that, but we got what we got. Now we're going to take all these boxes, and we're going to go fill them all up with eggs. And you might be wondering, dude, what do you have any eggs for? It's because we are going to go and summon the Wither again. Except this time, we are going to put a ridiculous amount of chickens in the hole and poison them. And when them bad boys grow up and the Wither pops, they're all going to become Wither Roses. And we're going to use those for so many farms. But to do that, well, we have to go do a lot more fighting. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the action, because it ain't stopping just yet. We start gathering up all the things we need to get these roses. We end up filling up about 9 shulkers full of eggs. Now, I'm not exactly sure how many roses that's going to get us, but I'm betting it's going to get us quite a few. But yeah, we're just getting everything ready. The eggs are only part of it, because we need some other things too, like making up these poison potions, splash poison potions to be specific. I almost got tongue-tied there. Splash poison. Anyways, with Englishes. Yeah, so we get these things whipped up, and we are almost geared. We still have to get ourselves some Wither Skulls. It's going to be annoying, but it's also going to be fun. Oh yes, that is a lot of supplies. We already have all the redstone stuff we need ready. Now, these skulls are not coming easy. Big dumb brain, forgot to start recording the first part of it. We did get 1 skull, and that took about 20 minutes. Now, we grind on these guys for quite a while. Now, unlike the end, we do want some of the other loot. We wouldn't mind the bones, we wouldn't mind the coal, and we wouldn't mind some of the blaze rods. All really useful things. We're already here anyways, might as well get what we can and just leave the junk behind. But yeah, we just get to fighting, we get to mobbing. It's actually pretty fun. I definitely prefer this than fighting in the end. Oh my, I hate levitation. It's so annoying. Like, I wish there was a way to just negate it, like maybe lose some protection somehow, like weighted boots that won't let you levitate, but you, I don't know, lose the protection off of them. Kind of like you get, what do you get, be able to walk on powdered snow with leather. That'd be a really cool idea. I actually think they should add that type of stuff to the game. Like, it'd give more incentive to wear other armors besides diamond and netherite. But we just get to stunting on these guys. We actually pull off some pretty cool moves. I'm just going to say, like, I don't consider myself to be the best combat player, but there's some cool moves I pull off, especially against the Ghast in this one. But yeah, once again, we are going to just montage this out, but don't worry. That was a double negative. Don't worry, this is not all we're doing, because we have lots and lots of building to do. Yeah, actually, after this, we are getting on our grind. So let's get these skulls and get this done. Alright, finally, let's get out of here. Alright, so we have lots and lots of eggs for, those good old wither roses we're going to use for some farms. Some splash potions of poison to, get them chickens weak. Some soul sand, and we finally got our wither skulls. And of course the redstone to make these all automate. But dang, our new bow took a serious beating. Like, I don't know how many arrows I shot, but it was a lot. I mean, our other bow was still our original bow, and it was still in okay shape. Whatever. That was pretty fun. Let's go get a ton of wither roses. So we start getting our Hole of Doom set up, and, we want to come back here at some point, and we want to just dig out all of the end stone and all the obsidian. But I have to come up with an idea of what to do if I do that, because that's going to take tens and tens and tens of real-life days. But I'm willing to commit to it if I can come up with a good idea. So if anybody has any suggestions that hasn't been done before, I'll give it a shot. But we set up our little egg shooting machine, and it's pretty mesmerizing if I'm being honest. I have no idea how many chickens are in here or will be in here, but there's going to be a whole lot. Weirdly enough, though, it did not lag me at all. I really thought it was going to, but it did not. Some of the things we're actually going to use these wither roses for is our magma cream farm, because we can't use pillage or we can't use iron golems because the pillagers will kill them. Being that we're going to use the spawner type. We're going to use it for, ironically enough, a wither skeleton farm, being that we had to go kill a bunch of wither skeletons to even do this in the first place, and a bunch of various other farms. But we poison up our chicky chicks here, and well, let me ask you all a question. Have you guys ever heard of a bath bomb? Yeah. How about a cocoa bomb? Hot cocoa bomb? Those are pretty tasty, right? Yeah. Let me ask you this, though. Have you guys ever heard of a chicken bomb? Well, in a second, you will have. And tell me that is not glorious. Alright, so that is not a bad haul at all. I'm good with it. Yeah, we could do several farms with that. Alright, now we have fought a whole lot of mobs, and it's been a lot of fun. But now it's time to build. I want to build a city around our castle. And I still have a lot of work to do on this castle. Man, I kind of forget about it sometimes. But I want to challenge myself. I want to try to use colors that I don't normally use. Kind of force myself out of my box, if you will. Because, well, I just like trying new things. It's fun. So we're going to go build a city and see what happens. Alright, now the start of this build is going to be a little wonky and all over the place. Because, well, I'm learning how to use a new way of recording. It's temporary, but for right now, it's what I have. I really hope my software for recording third person gets back up soon. Because while there are some cool things to doing it this way, it's definitely a lot more taxing on my brain because, well, I have to utilize two computers at once, which means I'm constantly messing up which keyboard I'm using and mouse and blah, 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 blah. But it's fine. Anyways, we get to terraforming this. And, well, your dude is not scared to terraform. I'll terraform all day long. I actually really enjoy doing it, honestly. But there is a little change we're going to be doing to some of our retaining walls. I'm adding some concrete powder into them, and I think I'm going to go back through the rest of them I already did and just add a little concrete powder in. I think it looks cool. I think it looks like it's an area that got damaged and patched up. Yeah, I think it looks kind of neat. Anyways, as we work on these walls, we kind of start thinking about what we want to do for our buildings. And as I had mentioned, I want to try different color palettes. Like this first building, I want to try to use brown terracotta. Now, I'm going to be honest, up until this point, I don't think I've ever even placed a block of brown terracotta in my entire Minecraft career. Ever. I don't think so. But, like I said, I'm trying to get out of my box and just try new things. I played around with it a little bit in creative, nothing too crazy because I like most of my stuff to be organic and on the fly. But I did test out a couple little palettes just to see how they would blend, how the gradient would work. I don't even know if my stuff's really technically considered a gradient. I just kind of do stuff and whatever happens, happens. But yeah, so this first house, it comes out pretty cool. I'm having second guesses about the spruce there. That might get changed later. But at the same time, we have like 50 houses to build, and they're not all going to get built today. I'm telling you that right now. This is a lot of work. This actually takes more work than some of the bigger projects because you have to really think a lot more about the details. As opposed to like whenever I was digging out the steampunk city, that took a lot of detail too. However, most of the time, it was mindless grinding and digging. And then we get to the point where we're actually building the buildings, and yeah, that took detail. But the actual just shaping of that city, that was more just putting in the work. This takes a lot of concentration and effort. But this is our first house, and I think it came out pretty cool. We start whipping up together some more buildings. Now, I wanted all these buildings to be somewhat unique. I mean, there's only so many shapes and colors you can use, but I wanted them to all have their own little bit of character. On this one, we start leaning hard into the greens and reds. Green terracotta, yeah, another one I've never really used. And honestly, I really like it. I like it better than the brown, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I think the reds, the greens, and like the black trim really do go well together. Actually, I don't even know if I use black trim in this one. But anyways, yeah, we're going to give this thing a little porch outside and just some little bit of decor. We are not going to get to the zoo this episode. We might gather an animal or two at the end, just prepping for it. But man, we have already put in so much work that we are just simply almost out of time. But yeah, so we get to just kind of playing with some shapes, playing with some colors. And, well, I kind of like it. A lot of times I second guess my builds before I'm done with them. And then when I'm done with them, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. So if I have to give anybody some advice, and not like I'm qualified to, but I'm going to anyways, don't always doubt yourself. Just do stuff. If you want to build a giant pumpkin next to a marshmallow house, do it. This is Minecraft. It's a sandbox game. Just do whatever you want. That's kind of the charm of it. Anyways, on this next one, we're going to go with darker trim and, well, lighter colors, mostly different variations of white with dark trim. Yeah. And then on the other side, we're going to lean hard into a mud build, but we want to use a lot of dripstone in it. I feel like it gives a lot of texture, and, well, I like to use dripstone for certain things, but I don't normally put them in buildings. In this one, I wanted to. I don't know. I wanted to see how it would come out. And, well, it kind of did. Lots of dark trim on this one, just to contrast it out. And our whole idea here is to make this so cramped that it's a lived-in city, and we're going to build cool pathways in between the buildings with, just various, clutter around, benches, places for seats, tiny little farms, like a little gardens, and just make it really feel like if you were going to walk through a medieval city or any type of city, really, it would feel like, yeah, okay, people actually live here. That is the whole goal. Now, whether I actually put villagers in here or not, I don't know about that because they are really stupid. And unless I secure them somehow, they are all going to die. That's inevitable. Villagers die. They cannot stay alive. They are so dumb. I don't get it. The AI is just broken. But that's whatever. That's usually why I lock them up. I mean, you call me crazy or mean, but if they don't, they're going to die. But anyways, the second half of this little build, I kind of really dug it a little bit. I kind of just whipped it up on the fly, but I kind of like the flat roof. I normally don't do flat roofs, but the little chimney coming out of it, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. We're finally to the part of the building where we're just pulling everything together, basically connecting everything to make it feel really lived in. And right here, I wanted a little market stall, and I wanted to use wool, but it just did not look right. So I ended up going with some warped wood. I love warped wood. It's really cool. Mixes really well with dark prismarine. But yeah, so we are just going to build up a couple little buildings, and we are going to connect them all with some pretty paths. We're going to go and collect a little bit of moss in between and some other supplies that we need. But we are almost to the end of our building for this episode, and it has been quite a journey. Like, I had a lot of fun this episode. I know it was a little different, so I want to know what you guys thought about it. Like, yeah, replay map was down, so I couldn't do cool, flyby time lapses and things like that, but I did the best I could with what I had. I really want to know what you thought, though, because I didn't really think it came out that bad. I think some of it I actually really enjoyed the way it came out. So we are just going to pull this whole section of the city together after we gather up this moss, and, we're going to rock out to a little music, and I'll be back with you soon. We have a couple more things to do on this episode.
Hey, hold up.
Oh, our city's looking cool. Let's do a little walkthrough. Don't pay attention to there. The interior's not done. Anyways, yeah, this is our city, and it looks really awesome. I'm loving it. A bunch of different types of buildings, and yeah, I'm digging it. We didn't quite get to the stable area and over here that we wanted to do, because we're just pretty much out of time for this one. But we're going to do it, and, well, this is the tip of the iceberg. This city is going to be massive, stretching all the way back behind the castle. It's been over 1,000 days since we updated our map, so we really wanted to see the difference of what we've done. So we go ahead and update it and lock the old one in. I tried to do this very carefully. I messed up on one map, and it unfortunately updated. But we just fly around and update everything, see what kind of pops up on our map. Now, a lot of our area is water, but eventually there will be stuff popping up there because, well, your dude's crazy, and I'm going to build some stuff in the water. Yep, you'll see. This update here is absolutely wonderful. Oh, it's our city, our steampunk city. It's probably my favorite thing I've done so far, although I am digging the expansion on the castle. And if you hear any background noise like banging, well, my foundation started leaking. So there's a crew here just smacking around concrete. I hope it doesn't come through that bad, but if it does, that's what it is. And our final little section of the update is absolutely glorious. And we lock these maps in. Because we already made a duplicate for the next set. We'll probably update it again at maybe 2500. Alright, so here we are on day 1600. And our world's looking pretty freaking awesome, if I'm being honest. This is where we started on almost 500 days. I accidentally updated this section, so this all here wasn't supposed to be there. I forgot to lock that one. But it is what it is. But when you compare this to this, oh, we have done a whole lot of stuff. And you got to remember, the next expansion, city, all through here. Zoo, all through here. I'm going to do some crazy stuff in the ocean, too. You just watch. It's going to be wild. But this is where we're at on this episode. We're going to call it right here. We've done a whole lot of things, and, well, I got to end this one so I can start the next one. I truly hope everybody has had an awesome time and a great day, and I appreciate you dudes so much. And I will see you real soon. Bye, dudes.